Yosemite National Park, towering granite cliffs, giant sequoia trees, and cascading waterfalls, nature's beauty takes your breath away. But Yosemite holds secrets, dark mysteries within its wilderness. One such mystery is George Penca. An experienced hiker, he loved the outdoors. Yosemite was his favorite destination. On June 17th, 2011, he vanished, leaving behind more questions than answers. George started his hike early that morning, his backpack filled with supplies for the day. He planned to be back by nightfall, but as the hours passed, darkness fell and George didn't return. Concern turned to worry, and soon a search party was organized. Park rangers, volunteers, and search dogs scoured the area where George was last seen. They called out his name, hoping for a response, a sign, anything that could lead them to him. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, but George remained missing. The search for George Penca became one of the most extensive in Yosemite's history. Despite their tireless efforts, search teams found no trace of him, no backpack, no clothing, no sign of a struggle. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. The mystery of George's disappearance deepened as days turned into weeks. Experienced trackers found no footprints, no disturbed vegetation, no sign of him at all. The lack of evidence only fueled the growing sense of unease surrounding the case. The search expanded, encompassing a wider area of the park. Helicopters scanned the vast wilderness from above, while teams on the ground meticulously combed through dense undergrowth. Still, there was no sign of George. The mystery deepened with each passing day. The official search efforts continued for weeks, but eventually had to be scaled back. The lack of clues left investigators baffled and disheartened. George's disappearance became a cold case, but the memory of that summer day continued to haunt those who knew him. In the absence of concrete evidence, theories about George's disappearance ran rampant. Some speculated that he had fallen victim to the treacherous terrain, perhaps losing his footing near a steep drop-off or succumbing to the swift currents of the Merced River. Others whispered about the possibility of foul play. While there was no evidence to suggest this, the complete lack of clues led some to believe that George may have encountered someone with ill intentions. The isolation of the wilderness, they argued, could provide cover for a sinister act. Some even entertained the idea of George choosing to disappear intentionally, seeking a life off the grid and away from the pressures of civilization. This theory, however, seemed unlikely to those who knew him best, as George was described as a man who loved his family and friends dearly. Section 5, Remembering George, a life cut short. George Penca was more than just a name on a missing persons report. He was a son, a brother, a friend. Those who knew him best described him as a kind, gentle soul with a passion for the outdoors. His love for nature was infectious, and he often shared his enthusiasm for hiking and camping with those around him. He had a way of making even the most mundane trails feel like an adventure. His eyes sparkling with excitement as he pointed out hidden waterfalls or identified animal tracks. George's disappearance left a gaping hole in the lives of those who loved him. His family and friends were left grappling with unanswered questions, their pain compounded by the lack of closure. They clung to the hope that he might still be out there somewhere, but as time went on, that hope began to dwindle. Section 6. The Unsolved Puzzle. Questions without answers. The case of George Penca remains unsolved to this day. His disappearance serves as a chilling reminder of the unpredictable nature of the wilderness and the mysteries that can unfold within its embrace. Did George simply lose his way, succumbing to the unforgiving elements? Was he the victim of a tragic accident, his body lost to the rugged terrain? Or did something more sinister befall him on that fateful day in June? These questions continue to haunt investigators and armchair detectives alike. The lack of answers weighs heavily on the hearts of George's loved ones who are left to grapple with the unknown. Section 7. The Impact on Yosemite, a Shadow of Mystery. George Penca's disappearance cast a long shadow over Yosemite National Park. It served as a stark reminder that even in the midst of such breathtaking beauty, danger can lurk around every corner. The park, once seen as a sanctuary for nature enthusiasts, now held a new layer of meaning for many. Visitors couldn't help but think of George's story as they hiked the same trails, a sense of unease settling over them as they ventured deeper into the wilderness. The park's rangers and staff were also deeply affected by George's disappearance. They worked tirelessly to find him, their dedication fueled by a sense of duty and a desire to bring closure to his family. The unsolved case served as a constant reminder of the vastness of the park and the challenges they faced in ensuring the safety of all who entered its borders. Section 8. Lessons from the Unknown, Safety and Vigilance. While the mystery of George Penca's disappearance may never be fully solved, his story serves as a valuable lesson for all who venture into the wilderness. It highlights the importance of being prepared, staying aware of your surroundings, and respecting the power of nature. Hikers are reminded to always let someone know their plans before heading out, to carry essential supplies, and to be mindful of changing weather conditions. The wilderness can be unpredictable, and even the most experienced outdoorsman can fall victim to its unforgiving nature. George's story serves as a reminder that even in the most beautiful and serene settings, danger can be present. It underscores the importance of vigilance, preparedness, and respect for the wilderness. By learning from his story, we can strive to make our own adventures safer and more enjoyable. Section 9. George Penca's Legacy, a reminder of the unknown. Years have passed since George Penca vanished in the wilderness of Yosemite National Park. The mystery of his disappearance continues to captivate and intrigue, a haunting reminder of the unknown that can lie hidden beneath the surface of even the most familiar landscapes. While the answers to what happened to George may remain elusive, his story serves as a powerful testament to the enduring strength of hope and the unwavering love of family and friends. His memory lives on in the hearts of those who knew him best, a beacon of light shining through the darkness of uncertainty. And so, the story of George Penca becomes a part of Yosemite's lore, a tale whispered around campfires and shared among hikers. It's a story that reminds us of the fragility of life, the enduring power of mystery and the importance of cherishing every moment we have in the embrace of the wild.